Hello, welcome. It is the Monday Night Football recap, Week 7 doubleheader. Let's get into it. It was Ravens 41, Buccaneers 31. Baltimore cashes the -4. Jared cashes his medal pick, and what a just shootout.
4-0 this week. My underdog, all my medal picks. All my teasers came in. I had Tampa Bay plus 11.
Nice.
I was done, left in the dust, and I had a thought. Yeah, the defense is going to get tired. They know they've won the game. Garbage time touchdown, and sure as it went, a couple of garbage time touchdowns to cover my inflated spread.
Gotta love it. Gotta love that. Derrick Henry had a $170 on the ground, and this guy is just dominating. How do you stop Derrick Henry? He's got like 9 touchdowns or something like that in 5 games, 6 games. And Lamar Jackson, another 5. Like that's apparently like his 4th in his career. So
it's crazy, yeah.
This Baltimore team, 5 straight victories. Like they're just unstoppable right now, right?
Yeah, I also had a 50 yards rushing and 50-50 bet with Lamar and Henry cashed as well. About 5 today.
Ooh.
It's just great.
Wow, that's pretty easy money there. You know,
plus Henry's 135 on that 365. Great. Inflated.
That's your second home at 365 right now. So yeah, Baltimore's 5-2. They're tied for the division lead with Paul Steelers, and Tampa Bay drops back to 4-3. I believe Atlanta is 4-3 as well. So a lot of garbage time touchdowns for Baker and gang. They almost got a backdoor cover there. Baker just wouldn't give up. It's like, dude, game's over. Just run a few plays. This guy wouldn't stop. But man, Lamar, this guy is another MVP, or is it Derrick Henry? Like, who's your front runner for MVP right now?
Yeah, it's got to be,
Mahomes?
Sorry to be a homer. Yeah, Mahomes. It's got to be Mahomes. I know he hasn't performed in a quarterback rating, but he's come through when he's had to. And, they're the only undefeated team left going into a divisional game, mind you, but it's the Raiders. I just don't see them losing that game. Maybe it'll be a closer game than people think. But
remember a couple of Christmases ago what the Raiders did to the Chiefs. I don't know if it was last year, 2 years ago on Christmas. Everyone thought it was over, and the Raiders came into Kansas City and upset. So
that was a very different Raiders team. I remember that team. They were a good team in turmoil. This team is a bad team in turmoil. They lost Devontae Adams. Like, I just don't like. I know it's next man up, like I always say, but.
It's a divisional game. There's always something you got to keep an eye on, right? Because, just when you think it's too good to be true, it usually isn't. But let's take a look at the other game that just finished. Cardinals kick a last-second field goal, 17-15. Not exactly a barn burner, but, man, Arizona comes through when they need it. They had that rest. They're coming off a little bit of beatdown. And Chargers just kind of flatlined there, They didn't do anything in the fourth quarter. And
no touchdowns, right? You're not going to win games with touchdowns. I had the Chargers plus 4.5, so I was happy. Either way, I was good. And the Cardinals kicked their field goal, and they're in it in their division. Their weak division. Let's see. They got a favorable schedule coming down the stretch. San Francisco does not. They got a lot tougher of a schedule. Let's see if Arizona comes back and wins this division.
Arizona's in Miami next week. They're getting 3.5, which seems a little bit much. And Baltimore will be in Cleveland, probably -10 for Baltimore because Cleveland will be with their backup QB, whoever it is. So, it looks like, the Cardinals have a little bit of life. Chargers, they don't have that offensive punch. they have to get turnovers and big splash plays. If they don't get those, it's just they're kind of like, a little bit better version of Denver, but
You definitely have to pick up a wide receiver for next season. Just don't see
Quentin
how they're
Johnson's
doing.
banged up, and he's not exactly number one, but they're going to be hosting the lowly Saints, so that's a good remedy.
Yeah, who knows when the Saints are going to
Saints are
wake
well
up.
rested, though. Saints are well
Yeah.
rested, so Saints will be off 10-day rest there, and I think they said 9 of their 10 best players are hurt right now for the Saints, like Carr, Olave, just a bunch of players. Like they're all their receivers, like Shaheed, and their defensive players are hurt, and the only good player they have is Kamara. So what is the other team gonna like scheme on? Like, hey, let's stop Alvin Kamara, right? So yeah, man. Who would have thought New Orleans 7.5 point dog? And there's some big spreads next week. Detroit is minus 11.5 to Tennessee. Baltimore will be minus 10 to Cleveland. KC will be minus 10 to Las Vegas. Denver is minus 8.5 to Carolina. So there's a lot of teaser potentials. I would say a lot of games could be teased down, which I think Mr. Double Digits might just be doing. So
Oh yeah, I'm taking the favorites. Taking the favorites.
Well, when they're facing Carolina, you're taking every favorite. Come on, who would be kidding, right? I don't blame you. But any other thoughts on this game? I mean, it was just kind of a slugfest,
Well, yeah,
Arizona's defense showed up.
The Tampa game, kind of reminded me of the Bills Titans game because the Titans were up 10-0 there, and you're like, oh no, and then just kind of reversed.
It's
Baker late with the garbage.
Yeah, he's one of those kings of garbage time. I've always thought that when we saw in Cleveland, he's type of guy who just doesn't stop fighting, and he's got that dog in him. He's Baker boy. So, any other thoughts on the doubleheader today for Monday Night Football, Week 7, as we march on to the heart of the NFL season, Week 8, which next week will be on my birthday. So I get to have NFL Sunday on my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped. And NBA is starting tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing a little recap show for NBA. So watch out for that. And
you're going to be a one-man army on your NBA show there?
No, I got a friend of mine. He's going to be co-hosting, but not right away. And then I also have Big Pimp and Paul Fraser, who's going to be making some cameos. And
sweet.
So believe it or not, he's got some good basketball knowledge. So he's created a lot of players, and he's played 3-on-3 street ball, and he's been there. Man. So looking forward to that. And we have our pick show coming up on Wednesday. We'll have the Thursday night recap. I don't think Jerry will be here to join us, but that will be Minnesota and Rams. So busy.
I will be missing in action in Nelson, BC for Thursday, but you will see me Sunday back with my teasers for the pleasers.
You know it, boys and girls. Okay, so we're going to sign out here and check everyone on the next time for S&S Pigskin Picks. Later, y'all.
Peace.